YouTube Wardog message over. Welcome back, guys, girls, and everybody else, to part 7 of our Bromhead Dynasty time traveler inspired roleplay. We are playing as myself in Saxon England in 903 AD. We are 68 years old. We're not going to be too much longer for this world. If you remember at the end of the last episode, I was considering taking Huntingdonshire from this young Earl Bjortsiger, but I think I'm going to leave that. I mean, I started expanding because I felt like it was necessary to make sure that my son inherited a decently powerful position so that he couldn't just be immediately destroyed. So we took some unpressed claims in Northampton and Nottingham from other English Catholics. Then we took Derby, Norfolk and Cambridge from Canaanites, which should only really make the Pope and our King like us more. But I don't think we have any need to be taking more territory off English Catholic earls. So, in the interest of me being just, and in the interests of me being from the West Riding, and it's potentially possible that we could take back my home before my character dies, which, like, I didn't think I'd be able to get that chance. I actually thought that, you know, Thomas would be dead before we got anywhere near taking on Jorvik. And there's an inside or outside chance, rather, that we might be able to do it. They have about as many men as we do, so we might have to be clever about it. But I'd quite like to see the West Riding under our control. So I think what we're going to do is go and check what wars we can declare. We can declare Holy War. Now that's really bad because that means even more Asatru rulers could come to their defense. And I can't remember if Catholic rulers will join in on the attacking side. It would be nice if our liege did. I don't think there's any way we can get an alliance with him. Maybe. Do grandchildren count? Well, we've both only got sons and grandsons. Damn it. Well, if we did declare a holy war for the Duchy of Jorvik, what happens if we lose? No titles change hand. We pay money, but, you know, fine, whatever. Oh, wait a minute, I need to check something. Do we still have our mercenaries? Are they adding to the number here or not? Yes, but we only have them for 5 more months. That's a problem. That's a really big problem, actually. I think we're still going to go for it. We're going to roll the dice on this one. I want my home. We are going to war with Jorvik. A local mystic insisted on seeing me, and upon being brought into my presence, he started wailing, and... is that blood on his hands? The signs! The signs are not in your favour, my lord! I spilled the intestines of a hen, and the blood showed me your future. It is dark and full of death. Well, that's ominous, especially given that we've just decided to go to war with York. we're already locked into this move, but we're going to take some attrition, which is not pleasant. 9 months left on the siege of Jorvik. I think what I'm going to do... Jarl Ingeborg has declared war on our king. Wow! She has 8,000 men. That's not good. We should probably be helping the king right now, but we kind of can't do that anymore. I am going to bring the Anglo-Nordic mercenary company in. We now have basically no money. But we're going to have them start besieging the barony of Pocklington. Where are they going? They're heading to our land by the looks of things. Peering through the dusty murk of the armoury, my gaze travels over multiple different weapons of war. A pair of battered leather greaves, a recently sharpened sword, a spear with a worn haft, a rusty farming tool? I pick up the farming implement, perhaps it has been lumped in unknowingly with the weapons. I heft the tool, examining its curiously curved sickle-like blade, as I give it an experimental swing at a nearby hauberk. The blade pierces the mail, scattering a few iron rings across the floor. Interesting. I wonder if this could be repurposed. We'll try. Taking the small blade out into the midday sun, I inspect it more closely. The blade tapers to a point at one end and disappears into the tang at the other, leaving a length of slightly rusty but still sharp iron in between. The kink at the blade's head gives the implement a wicked curve to it, useful for cutting through shrubs, you'd think, or maybe finding gaps in armour. It's clear this could be repurposed as a weapon of war, but the question remains exactly what guise said weapon would take. Why don't we just leave it as it is? Okay, we've got 6 months left on the siege of Jorvik. Hang on. Go away for a second. We've got 6 months left on the siege of Pocklington, sorry. And 9 months on the siege of Lincoln. Okay, so we should win both our sieges first, with 3 months in hand. The implement, which the Holdings blacksmith William explained to me is known as a billhook, as I enthusiastically supervised him sharpening it, certainly looks the part as a weapon of war. The blade emerges from the tang with a vicious edge to it, running up and through the weighty hooked head. The newly sharpened point glints in the midday sun as I work it into the seam of some defunct boiler leather armour before ripping it back towards me, severing the holding loops in a single swing. I like these. Distribute them throughout the realm. Okay, mercenary contract expiring in 3 months. That's not good, because that's going to happen. We're going to lose 1,300 men. Right, we're going to have to go fight them now. We have to win the battle before we lose the mercenary company. Battle of Lincoln is not going well. Oh dear. Mistakes have been made. There is an invasion going on against our liege. This is a long retreat, boys. The band of Kerns is gone. We now have 800 men. They have twice as many as we do. It probably isn't helping that we are over our domain limit, but I think the best thing to do now is just surrender this. To the abhorrent Thomas, may your humours rot in your living body. Your ill-conceived war was doomed from the start, probably. I agree to put an end to your folly and accept your surrender. Signed, Jarl Thorbjorn Sigfridsson of Jorvik. Right. We still have some troops though, and I think what we'll try and do here is maybe head up and help our liege. He's gone to battle in Norwich. I don't know if we'll get there in time. It looks like he's winning anyway, but he is winning anyway. He's won anyway, actually. And he's won the war. Right, let's disband our troops. Peering through the dusty murky of the armory, my gaze travels over multiple different weapons of war. This is the same event, starting again. Okay, well, we're just going to go through the same chain then. I'm not going to read it twice, that would be silly, but... has gained us a perk, and we shall go for Bellum Justum. Now, something else that's maybe less important to me personally is that Derby, Norfolk and Cambridgeshire are still Canaanite. I don't really care, but the wars that we fought for them were holy wars. Oh my god, how bad are you, bro? Alright, well, I was gonna say maybe we should convert them, but apparently Suffragan Bishop John is about as bad a bishop as it's possible to be. So no, we're not going to do that because he's probably only going to mess it up. We are 69. Hey! I think all we can really do... Oh dear, dangerous faction. Peasant rabble. I don't think I'm afraid of peasant rabble. I think we just kind of have to try and recover now from the financial hole we've buried ourselves in trying to take York. But I will confess to my son that that this is my homeland, the West Riding, and it's important to me that that we take it back, and that's why I gambled everything. So that at the very least, maybe Egbert can do something about it in his rule. To the perceptive Thomas, I have been corresponding with your Chancellor Egbert, and I must say that I have come to see you in a new light. Perhaps you are even someone that I one day would be proud to call my friend. Earl Bjortsiger of Huntingdonshire. Your silver tongue is shining today, Egbert. My spymaster has come to me with grave news. It is Hungifu of Hurstingston, a noble woman from Brittany that is plotting to kill me. Why do you want to kill me? Okay. The abhorrent fiend. Very nice. Murder on you has been abandoned. Lovely. Okay then. We have such a large realm, but it's like across 3 or 4 different duchies. It's very strange. King Alfred was swayed again. We are 70 years old. To the beguiling Earl Thomas, we have been burdened with your oppressive laws for far too long. No more! We are done paying you taxes. Once your coffers dry up and your larders are empty, you will wish you had treated us more fairly. Signed, Leader Aelfrith of Peasant Revolt. Never. A peasant's lot in life is to serve their lord. I mean... I am modern. Like, I know that I'm in medieval times, but still, I guess I could grant a tax lien. I'm going to do that. I don't normally do that. But I think in this situation, a 70-year-old me that knows he's going to be dead soon, like, why fight a war to kill poor peasants when I understand their plight? Duke Antso has formed the Occitano-Basque hybrid culture. Okay. We're in debt still. I'm just gonna... Oh, snap! King Alfred of England died of his wounds at age 56. So now the kingdom has passed to King Aethelwulf, Alfred's son. He's not a massive fan of us. Right, we need to nominate a successor. Who is his oldest son? Prince Gamal. We will vote for Prince Gamal. My dear Wulfrith, I might not have loved you, yet I feel your passing more acutely than I ever thought possible. You were always there, my constant companion. Did I take you for granted? There are so many things left unsaid. I hope you find peace, Wulfrith. To my vassal, as an influential earl, it is only fair that you have a voice on my council. In recognition of this fact, I hereby offer you the position of Steward of England. We're just as bad at that as we would have been at Chancellor, which his father offered us. But, or that Bjornrid offered us? Bergrid? We're of course going to accept because it means that maybe the king will hate us less. I don't actually think it has an effect for that. But I don't know. Realistically, if we're around him more, he should get to know us, right? Mercenary contract expiring, that's fine. Oh, right, we haven't paid homage to the king. Let's go and pay homage to the new king. We'll demonstrate our submission. Servants usher me into King Aethelwulf's great hall in Winchester, where he sits his throne, waiting to hear my pledge. I go to kneel before him, but in my haste awkwardly stumble in a heap at his feet. I haul myself up and make the oaths all the same, my cheeks burning red before the assembled court. With that, the ceremony is complete. I have nothing to offer my king except my promise to faithfully serve as a vassal of the kingdom. Aethelwulf grins broadly behind his hand, as the court slowly fills with laughter. This is how I will be remembered. I should never have come. You gain the nickname The Graceful. Oh my god, I got a sarcastic nickname. Oh no! That's terrible. We should probably pin the new king, shouldn't we? 71 years old. We are finally in ailing health. We also gained county control in Nottingham, so let's start gaining it in... We'll go with Northamptonshire first. Oh no, we have forgotten to educate our 2 other grandsons. Burgred is pensive and calm, so he... Yeah, we'll continue a stewardship education for him. We'll see if we can find somebody that is good at it. His dad can probably educate him. And then Thomas is charming and calm. Interesting. Let's give him a diplomacy education. We'll let his dad educate him as well, I guess. Who's educating Egbert? It's obviously not his dad. It's Marshal Burghead. Okay. Chieftain Haralder of Vestfold died of natural causes, aged 56. He was the first person to directly engage us in episode 1. Don't really need to figure out who his heir is. Wow! Why are they so low on men now? I mean, they've obviously lost a lot, but they still have a lot of allies, so... And we're not getting anywhere near the West Riding, unfortunately. Jarl Ivar of the Suthria has died of old age. Ivar the Boneless, dead at age 61. His land has passed to his son Jarl Barid. Looks like for the most part they kept their realm together. That's interesting. I mean, I'm kind of just waiting to die now. Like, surely we're going to die soon. We will take Organised March. I think that makes a lot of sense for me as a character. Cambridgeshire gained a Thieves Guild. Norfolk gained Unsafe Highways. To the abhorrent Thomas, I have been corresponding with your Chancellor Egbert, and it has been a shameful diplomatic display. Oh dear. In a dusty corner of the library, I find a tome, bound in leather and inscribed with weird symbols, partially hidden behind other books. It is old, but has obviously seen some recent use. As I leaf through it, I quickly come to the realization that it deals with some unconventional knowledge. Interesting. I glance around before sitting down to read. Come on, surely. Right, we're going to bump it up to speed 5 while we're in this period of peace. And because I'm kind of just waiting for Thomas to die. As I open my eyes in the dark, I am immediately overwhelmed by an ominous feeling. Is someone watching me? Are you ready to embrace the truth, Thomas? I sit up, suddenly completely awake. I look around for the source of the unfamiliar man's voice, but there are only shadows. The demiurge offers you its blessing. Will you accept it? I want nothing to do with this. Be gone, demon. That's scary as hell. What's going on up here? Defending against Jarl Ingebjorg, Northmen army, conquest of the Jarldom of Jorvik. Isn't that the woman that invaded against our king? I think it might be. So now she's trying to invade Jorvik. We've gained control over Northamptonshire. Let us start trying to gain control over the Canaanites in Derby. I think she's going to win that. Powerful factions. Peasant rabble. Yeah. Oh no, now they've disbanded. Jarl Thorbjorn has won. Oh, he defended Jorvik. Okay then. Claim on the county of Cheshire. He's a Canaanite, but I think we're done with declaring war on other earls. The Norse Gael hybrid culture. We can unlock a new perk. We're going to go with Engineered for Destruction. We'll work on our siege weapons. Both Earl Aethelweird of Staffordshire and I are held in esteem by our liege King Aethelwulf. However, when it comes to handing out titles, honour and wealth, one of us will always be first amongst equals. The upcoming gathering at Winchester Castle gives me a chance to ensure that I am the one with the king's favour. We vassals should work together, not against each other. We are 75 years old and in poor health for many years now. I think we would just like to die in peace. Which I'm kind of hoping will happen. Although we went down the learning tree, didn't we? Yeah, we have Know Thyself, so we'll get a warning a year before we actually die. And we haven't had it yet. Good lord. A demonstration of leadership. My Marshal Berkhead has been hovering around my council meetings lately. Knowing his interest in matters of leadership, I cannot help but feel that the man is waiting for me to impress him. I could probably engage him in conversation. On the other hand, it might be better for him to simply see me interacting with my men. There is something to be said for at least pretending to know every soldier's face. Let us discuss methods of communication. Those who know me personally will know leadership is actually a subject that I feel very strongly about and can talk at length about. So that is almost definitely what we would do. Earldom of Derby gained martial guidance. Aethelworth is being attacked by Lord Wulfgar. Who are you? What the heck? Oh. Harlech. Hey, the famous Harlech. we're just going to keep flying through right now. Liege 1. Right, we're actually at the 30-minute mark, so I think what I'm going to do here, we can unlock another martial perk, we'll do that now. We shall go with living off the land, I think. I think what I'm going to do here is, because I anticipate that 78-year-old Thomas, having gone down the whole of body tree, is probably going to live to be a ridiculous age. So what I might do is play a little bit that I'm not going to record. I'll wait until we get the pop-up for being dead within a year, or if something else significant happens like a war, then I will start a recording then. But it will not be the 27th of January 913 AD on the next episode, because otherwise I'm a bit worried that we're just going to be running on speed 5 until, I don't know, until forever, possibly. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please do comment, like and subscribe if you've enjoyed the video. Feel free to check me out on Twitch and support on Patreon, links in the description down below. I will see you on the next one when, hopefully, something significant will happen. Maybe Earl Thomas will be dying. Let's find out. But I hope you've enjoyed, guys. I'll see you soon. But for the time being, it's going to be War Dog out.